I've always, from day one, the one thing I've always tried to do is try and get in a room and have conversations, because my view has always been that we're only going to get things better if humans start to have conversations with each other and get each other's perspective. And from that point of view, I would always be open to that.
Okay, so that is something that you would welcome doing in the future then.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, if we're only going to, ultimately, it can't be about me, it can't be about Michael, it can't be about anyone. This has got to be about the game, and get the game's failings up to this point. But now I feel like the game has an opportunity, through the CDC findings, but also through the ICC report. The game's got a very simple choice, Jamie. It either going to confront its failings and really make a commitment and drive forward together, or it's going to live in the level of denial that it has continued to for a long period of time. And we're going to end up with another Azeem Rafiq in 20 years' time, probably not even that long.
Michael Vaughan talked in his statement about wanting to have a productive role and a positive role in helping change what you've just been talking about there, in helping to shift the culture in cricket. Do you think that he can do that?
Look, I'm not in any position to be making them decisions, and it's not for me to decide. I think if there's a willingness, absolutely, I think so. I felt the same about David Lloyd when he'd apologized. I felt like actually he could have played a huge part in sort of the driving this forward with the platforms that they have and the respect that they that they've got within sections of the game that's in denial. It would have really helped. So if there's a willingness, then I don't see any reason why not. But it's not my place to decide or even put together.
How have you found? I know since all this began, there's been some pretty awful things on social media towards you. How has that been since Friday? Has it ramped up? Has it got worse?
Oh, it's been relentless. The level of abuse since Friday, it's felt like the 2.5 years of it all put together in 3 days. It's just been relentless, and social media is something I've struggled to switch off from. At times I found it easier than others, but it's been tough. It's been well documented. My inside of me is broken to absolute core. Sometimes you can meet me and feel like I'm broken inside to my absolute core, right? I'm hurt. The trust, the level of trust that's been broken inside me, I don't know whether that'll ever heal. But the most important thing is it's changing people's lives, it's giving people opportunities, and also the next bit of what I do is going to decide, in my view, whether people will come forward. And that's why I'm very determined to make sure that what happens to me moving forward is positive, because I think that will give, and in terms of the abuse and the attacks that have come, I think quite clearly it's been a message to everyone else: don't come forward. But my message to everyone else will be: stand up for what you believe in. Don't be a bystander. Stand up for what you believe in, and you'll have way more support than I did. I've been portrayed as 150 things, and I am determined to go out there and make sure that one, that I stick to my morals and values of what I believe in, but also I want to have some fun. I want to do some fun stuff. I would love to get into cricket, whether that is be in a broadcasting capacity, media stuff, or around administration and sort of leadership. I don't know when or where that happens at this stage, but ultimately cricket is something I absolutely love and adore. And nothing will mean more to me than to be able to play a big part in what's arguably been one of the toughest times for the game, to use that and help drive the game forward relentlessly, so everyone can come to cricket and feel respected and valued.